Hello, my name is Carson Prestipino, and I will be doing my persuasive speech over a Zoom call as my audience. And I have my two brothers and my mom in the audience over Zoom. College athletes are huge assets to many schools across the country, making colleges millions of dollars in ad revenue every year. Today, I am prepared to convince you that college athletes should be getting paid for all the work they do on and off the field. Perhaps you have a big test the day of the big game, or you have to be at the crack of dawn practicing with the team. As a college athlete once myself, I know a lot about this. I went to a school in Virginia when I was a freshman, and I did a lot of work. I had to be up at 6 o'clock every morning, practice till 8, and then school throughout the day. So I understand what some of these athletes go through on a weekly process, and I think they should be getting paid in accommodation for all the things that they do. Paying college athletes will show the amount of work that every college athlete does over the course of the year by keeping their grades up, going to practices on time, and making sure they are in tip-top shape for the season. The concerns is that many colleges are making millions of dollars off these athletes and none of them getting any of it. A study last year from the 2019 NCAA, otherwise known as the National Collegiate Athletic Association, made over $800 million in ad revenue and marketing throughout the course of the campaign. To be making $800 million off college sports and the athletes not getting any of it is outrageous in my eyes, and has been an ongoing problem for many years. College and sports anchors on a weekly basis talk about these colleges and college athletes like they are pros, so why not pay them like pros? They put in almost the same amount of time as the pros do, plus they have to do schoolwork on top of it, which is not easy. From my days as a college athlete, I really struggled with getting my schoolwork done and in on time. It was really tough for me. The hours were a lot, and I give credit to any college athlete who has successfully managed to do it, which is also one of the reasons why I have chose this topic. To me, time is crucial and something that you can never get back. Being a college athlete, you will be spending almost all your time with either the team or on academics. A study from the NCAA shows the amount of time that will be spent on academics and athletic over the course of a week. On average, student athletes will be doing 40 hours a week on academics and 45 hours a week on athletics, which is 85 hours a week in total out of 168 hours in a week, which is more than half of the time they will be doing they will either be doing athletics or school. And it's also very hard when you're putting in all that time to make money and help support yourself with food and other things like that if you do not have a scholarship. Also, it is extremely expensive to go to some of these universities that are top of the line, and college athletes can also increase the status of the college by persuading people to join a certain team based on the players they've had in the previous years and the achievements that they've won in years prior. An article from Sports Madness talks about an achievement of a certain player can translate into colleges attracting more players in academic talent, which means that if a college athlete has a good game and another player or another person who's planning on attending that college will maybe be biased over one another depending on the player or the academics that they provide at the school. This is also a big discussion topic because the popularity of the school, when it goes up, they can charge way more for tuition, which is also another problem because the tuition rates are already outstanding amount, and colleges are making more and more money without giving as much money back as they should. Because of certain successes, colleges may have a swindle on one's choice when choosing which college to go to. This happened to me when I was choosing a school to go to. I had between two options. I was playing soccer, and one of the options was to go to Virginia and play soccer but not get any money, and another was to go to Georgia and get a little bit of money but not as much reward for playing time or stuff like that. Another thing that I would like to talk about is college athletes are not cheap labor. Sometimes colleges will look at the athlete and see what they have on their talents, and they will try and critique them, maybe swindle them over to give them some stuff, like to make them go to the school that they want to. College athletes work day in and day out on school and put almost all of their time into it, so why not get paid for it, in my eyes? I see over the course of the years that there's been a big uproar in this, and I completely agree with it. Another thing I would like to add is that schools continue to make profit off of pretty much student athletes and are refusing to give none of it back, according to the NCAA. In conclusion to my speech, I have now convinced you to start listening to college athletes and let them to be heard. It's not fair that they are being taken advantage of. Their talents and hard work. Dedication also is a huge factor when becoming a student athlete. The amount of time that you got to put in is really just crazy to me without them getting anything in return, unless they have scholarships paying for all of it, which is highly unlikely. Thank you for your time, and